Hi guys, happy Tuesday, May 12th, and basically our last kind of full week of school, as full as we're going to get with this funky schedule. So get excited, we're almost done, and you're almost seventh graders, yay! So what we're going to do this last week is kind of take something that we haven't really used yet, and unfortunately, because of our situation, we haven't been able to really do labs, and we were planning on using real microscopes, but what we're going to try to do today is do a lab online that uses a virtual microscope so you can get an idea of kind of how they work and what they do with cells, because we've been studying cells and we've been studying what it means to be alive. Now we're going to try to combine that with using microscopes, because the one tool that lets us really see cells, since they're so tiny we can't see them with the human eye, is the microscope. And so we're going to do a lab activity today and tomorrow. We're going to split them into two. So today's assignment you're going to work on today, submit today. It's due by 9 p.m. tonight. But today you're going to work on that off of one document. So kind of weird that we only have one right there, right? So let me take you through a couple of instructions of how to do this, okay? So when you click on the Gizmo Online Lab, you're just going to go to the Google Doc. Okay, and that's going to take you to some directions, okay, which look kind of scary or long, but really are not. I'll take you through those. And then the actual lab itself, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is use this link right here to go on Gizmo. If you remember, Gizmo is an online lab. We've done it a couple of times this year. You actually all got a username and password. It was supposed to be your student ID number and then your normal school password. So you can certainly try that if you want. A lot of you wrote it down in your assignment notebook, but we didn't use it very often. And if you're new or you forgot it, don't worry. I have a system that you're going to use to get to so that you can access it. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is click on the link. Okay, and that's going to take you to Gizmos. Maybe this looks familiar. I don't know if you remember, there's this little ghost person, but you're going to log in and enroll, and you're going to put your username and your password, okay? But I figured a lot of you either would forget it or you don't have your assignment notebook with you, so there's an easy fix for that. What you're going to do is based on the class that you have, all you're going to do is put in this username and password. So let's say you have me third period, okay? And actually, it really doesn't matter. You can use any of these. But what you're going to do is the username is going to be guest, like be our guest, guest third, and then the password is guest third. So let me try that. So I'm going to go into Gizmo. I'm going to click on this little ghost looking person. And where it says username and password, I'm going to type in guest third. That's my husband in the background. He's making me an egg in a hole. Yummy, yummy. Sorry about the noise. And then password, guest third. So guest third. Hopefully I typed that in right. I think I might have made a mistake. Let's see. Log in. There you go. And I'm going to get to third period, and there should be a lab. So what you're going to do then is click on it. Okay, and it's going to open up to this beautiful picture of wildlife, right? Or a lot of living things, maybe some not living things too. But if you notice, as I put my mouse or my cursor around, it's going to highlight different things, right? So things that might be alive, like this lady's leg, these mushrooms, this frog. If you want to see what these actually are, you can click on Show All Samples, and it'll actually show you all the different things. So look at even part of her nerve cells in her brain are showing up here. Okay. If you don't want to have that on, you can turn it off. Up to you. I'm going to leave it on. Okay. And then if you want to see stuff under a microscope, what you're going to do is you're going to click on this tab. Well, it doesn't let you yet, but you're going to slide something that was alive. So we'll say the cow is alive, right? Or actually, let's choose the frog. That's fine. We'll use this one. And then you're going to be able to view it under a microscope. Okay, so let's go back to the directions because you're going to be following those. Okay. All right, so you're going to scroll down past the directions, and basically, I don't know if you remember, but a Gizmo has a couple things you have to do. So if you look at this, it says prior knowledge questions, and it says do these before starting the Gizmo. So these are just a couple review questions I want you to answer. And notice how we highlighted in neon anything that you have to answer. So please don't just skip to the questions. It'll be confusing because there's a lot of directions. You still have to read the directions, but since there's a lot of writing, only the part that you're going to answer is highlighted, okay? So you have to really read this part carefully. So it says you're going to use a light microscope to compare and contrast samples on the landscape tab. So really make sure that you use this and follow the directions. So let me just show you real quick. Okay, so this is the landscape tab. This is where you're going to be able to click on samples and possibly look at them under the microscope. Okay, when you want to actually see what the microscope looks like, you're going to click on microscope, but you have to have a sample. So if I don't have anything on there, which I don't know if it lets me drag it back. Yeah. If I don't have anything that's on there, then it's not going to let me. So make sure you drag something over first. Okay. Oh, I guess if you do that, you drag something over first, and then it'll let you look at it. Okay. So you're going to click on microscope. And then right here is the microscope. And these are this is a compound light microscope. This is exactly what we'd use in class. So let me just show you a couple things. Obviously, you would look through here. There are these little nodules that you're going to adjust that are what we call powers or magnifications, and basically they let us see the object much larger than than it would actually appear to us. So we can't see cells because they're so tiny. But if we put them under the microscope and we magnify them by 40 times, or 100 times, or 400 times, then we can really start to see what they look like. Okay, so you're going to have to kind of follow the directions and play along with it. 40 means that you're going to be really seeing it 40 times larger, right? So we know that if I click on 100 or 400, that I'm going to be able to see them even more, because 400 means I'm going to see it 400 times larger than I'd be able to see. Okay, and as you're following directions, you're going to be able to turn these two knobs here. One's called the coarse focus, one called the fine focus, and all you have to do is just move your mouse back and forth, and as you can tell, it'll let you see stuff clearly or not. That's exactly what the microscope does. So what you kind of have to do is go back and forth till you find where the clearest part is, and you've got to go slow. And then adjusting those will really help you see a little bit better. And then this means stage left or right, just means you're moving the sample over. This black platform right here is the stage. So as I move it left or right, I'm going to be able to see more of the sample. And stage up and down means it's getting closer or moving farther away from me. Okay, so follow the directions. I cannot state that enough, that you've got to follow the directions really carefully. Read the directions, okay? It's pretty simple, but you've got to actually read it. And then you're filling in all the parts that are highlighted, okay? And then when you're all done, submit it. You're done for today. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day, guys.